everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I have something really exciting for you today. I'm actually working in collaboration with Cricut. So Cricut, thank you so much for deciding to work with me. I've actually been wanting a Cricut for a really long time. I have seen so many people on Instagram using them for labels, pillows, bags, organization in their pantry and their fridge, which I desperately need. So the Cricut is a cutting machine. I originally thought that it was a printer because it kind of looks like one, right? But it's actually a cutter, and if you are a DIY lover like myself, you will find so much enjoyment with this machine. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing some jar labels. So I'm going to be doing some coffee labels for Lewis. I picked this one up from Kmart and this one for condiment organization, and this one is going to go in the pantry along with the 2 coffee jars that I'm going to create. So when you receive your Cricut, you obviously do get the machine and you get the adapter and power cord with it as well. They also provide you with, I think it's really cool, a pen, so then you can make personalized cards. In the box you also get this little package here, and it just says open me. I have obviously already opened it and I just glued it back shut. But you do get the warranty, which is obviously extremely important, the how-to manual and everything that it comes with as well. You also get a cutting board because there are some materials for the Cricut Joy that you do need a cutting board for. And they also give you some lovely samples as well. Now in today's video, I'm actually not going to be needing the cutting mat because the materials that I'm going to be needing are what is called the Cricut Smart Vinyl Impermanent. So it has the backing like this, and it is thick enough that it actually doesn't require a mat to be cut on. Okay, so I'm gonna get myself set up and I'm just gonna change the view a little bit. As I was packing my things away, I also forgot to mention that you also need some cutting tools in order to use the Cricut Joy as well. And you get a spatula, a picker, so then you can pick out all the extra excess bits. And then you also get a scraper. So the scraper is used to make sure that your label is actually adhesed to the glass or the wood, whatever kind of materials that you're using for that particular DIY project. So these are a must when you're using the Cricut Joy. Okay, so I'm just going to be jumping onto the Cricut app and it's going to take me to the home screen. So it's just going to look like this. Now I'm going to press new project, and my new project is going to be a condiment label. So down the bottom here, you'll be able to see that there's text, image, shapes, upload, actions. I'm going to be pressing text, and I'm just going to be using the standard text here, which is Cricut Sans, and there's a whole bunch of different fonts that you actually can use. And I'm going to be starting off with a capital, of course, and condiments. Hopefully my spelling is correct. Now that I've got my label, I can just adjust it where I like. So this will show you a sheet pad, and down the bottom here are the centimeters. So I'm just going to be bringing it up the top, zooming in, so then I can actually see what it would look like. And I'm just going to put it around there. Okay, so now that I'm happy with what it looks like, I can press, I'm actually going to make it maybe, oh no, that'll be big enough. I'm going to press make it without mat because I'm using the Smart Vinyl Permanent, and it will say I'll need 20 centimeters, which I think is going to be a bit too big. So I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. Then I'm going to press make it again without mat, and this is now telling me that I'm going to need 16 materials length, which I'm happy with. So I'm just going to leave it there for the moment, and I'm going to get out my vinyl. I'm actually going to use these colors here today. So I've got petal color, coral, mint, teal, and lavender. I think what I might do is actually use the, let's go with green. I'm going to go with the teal color. All right, so they come in a pack of 5. You just take them out, and you get around 2 meters each color, which I think is plenty. Oh, so I'm just going to take them out. I'm going to find the teal color. I'm going to use this one. It's nice and bright, and you won't be able to miss it. I'm going to use this color here. And I reckon that will be roughly, well, that'll be more than 15 centimeters, so I'm just going to use the whole thing. Okay, and I'm going to, on my phone, press make it or continue. So I'm just going to press continue. And the app's really good because it actually gives you instructions as you go. Then it tells you to select your material. So I'm using the Smart Vinyl Permanent again. Now it's telling me to load tools and material. So I'm just going to pop that in again. And it will determine if there's actually enough material in order for it. It will determine if there's enough material in the machine in order for it to cut. And there is, so then you just press go. And now it will start cutting. And now it has said unload, so it's actually finished. Now I can take it out. Excellent. Okay, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that. Oh, sorry about all the cat hair. But again, I'm just going to cut off what has been used. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to really carefully peel off the color. And I'm going to try and not rip off the letters. I'm just going to do it really gently. So that's what it's looking like so far. It's looking awesome. Next thing that you're going to need is your little picker. So that is this here. And I'm just going to pick out all of the excess. So I'm just going to pick out all of the excess and all the little bits that didn't come off when we peeled the material off. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. Now, if you do have transfer tape, which I unfortunately don't have, I only have the transfer tape that is made for glitter, and I'm currently not using glitter. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have to be really, really careful about this, is I'm going to get my container. So this is my container here. And I'm going to pick each letter off and attempt to put it on the container. So let's see if you can actually do this without the transfer tape. I'm really hoping it's going to be as easy as it is claimed. Label. I know that it's not centered, that's okay. Maybe later I might actually use the Cricut to do a pattern or like some sort of image here. So I do have to say that that was actually really quite difficult without the transfer tape. So doing it as an individual letter, I know that it is, they do say on the packaging that you can use it without the transfer tape, but I think I would honestly go out and buy some, because I'm not sure if you can see, like in some of the corners where I've tried to pick at it, it's like left a little bit of a mark, but that's okay. I still think it's really cute. It's obviously really clear that this is the condiment tray. I also couldn't get the little dot of the eye above. It was just going to be too tricky. So that looks really good. I'm really happy with that. So now I'm going to move on to a coffee label. So I've got a jar here for Lewis's coffee. I'm actually going to be using the sparkle vinyl for this project just to make it a little bit prettier and see, you know, if it pops a little bit more than the coffee number one. So I did this a little bit earlier. I did coffee number one a little bit earlier, and I think that that looks really fantastic. So this is just a matte gray, but for this one I feel like a glitter gray would look awesome, a glitter silver. All right, so I'm going to open this up. Ooh. Okay, so now that I've got all that set up, let's go back to our home screen. I'm gonna go new project. I'm gonna go text again, and then I'm gonna do text again. I might see if there's another one in black that I could use. What about this Cricut alphabet? Let's use that one. That one's free. So I'm going to use this one. And again, the label is going to be coffee. And then a space, number 2. Oops, not 3, 2. Okay, I'm going to click off. Oh, coffee spelled with 2 E's. So again, I'm going to click off and I'm going to put it in place. I'm going to zoom in, make sure that I'm happy with like the size. Might make it a tiny bit smaller. I'm going to press make it without matte, and it's saying that I need 10.25 centimeters. So that's great. I might actually make it a little bit smaller. So I might go back to canvas. And this is where at any time you can actually adjust the sizing. So I might just make it a little bit smaller. Again, press make it without matte. Yep, I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to press continue. And it's just deciding on, it's just processing the project. I'm going to click shimmer, not simmer, shimmer, just to be on the safe side. It's then asking me to load. I'm going to do what it's telling me, which is load the material. And it's just checking the length, make sure that it's okay. It's saying that it is, so I can press go. And now it's going to start cutting. I have unloaded it. I'm just going to take it out from the Cricut and then cut the sizing. So what I'm going to do, again, really carefully, just like before, is just pick at the corner and really carefully peel away the vinyl. So that is what it's ended up looking like. Then what I'm going to need to do is get some strong grip. I'm going to need to get some strong grip transfer tape because this stuff will help get it from off here onto the glass. I'm also going to get my picker as well and just again pick out any of the inside bits. All right, and then getting rid of all the little bits. And then I'm going to get my transfer tape. All right, so I'm going to put this on top of my letters, press it down with my fingers, and then I'm going to use my scraping tool. So this is the scraping tool, and I'm going to really force that on there. So you might use a little bit of muscle. Might need a little bit of muscle to do this. Hopefully it's nice and sticky. You're going to make sure that you're actually pressing quite hard on like the little corners because they don't stick as well. And my little dot, I think I was pressing a little bit too hard on the dot. Yeah, so it's just picked up most of the lettering. I'm just gonna give this a bit more of a scrape. There we go, that's a bit better. Beautiful. Now it looks like this, and then I'm going to get my jar and I'm going to really carefully pop it as kind of centered as I'd like. That looks pretty good. And again, just pressing it on with my fingers, and then I'm going to use my scraping tool to make sure that it's adhering to the glass and that it's going to come off the actual transfer. right, let's see if that has done the job. We'll try and really carefully peel that off and away. How good does that look, guys? Just make sure that you're doing it really gently. That looks so cool. Yay, cool. So we've got coffee number 2 and coffee, I'll switch my hands. So we've got coffee number 1 and coffee number 2. So I did coffee number 1 without any transfer tape, and I did coffee number 2 with the transfer tape. I think that they look really, really awesome. Yay! Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you did enjoy my DIY little projects to make my cupboard and my fridge a little bit more organized. I'll insert some before and after shots as well. I really did enjoy using the Cricut Joy. My only tip for you is that if you do have the transfer tape, I would really highly suggest using that because it is just so easy. It is so easy to use a transfer tape. Use a scraper, scrape it on, then put it on your DIY project. But anyway, I would really like to thank Cricut for sending me the little mini Cricut Joy. I am so excited to use this in my classroom and also for my upcoming 30th birthday, where I'll also be making a sign with the Cricut Joy for my 30th birthday party. So I might upload a little bit of a video on that. But if you have not given this video a thumbs up, please make sure that you do so, and also click that subscribe button down below as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.